Here's a question, YouTube space. Has anybody ever played a good mobile fighting game? And if so, what was that title? More of an original idea, an original IP, not necessarily a port of another game. And I think about that when I think of Street Fighter 4. That was on mobile. And that game was great, but it wasn't an original game. That mainly brings me to my topic for today, which would be the announcement of DCKO. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I'm sure there was some mixed feelings about it, considering that it's a mobile fighter, it's free to play. But I can definitely respect the attempt to make a fighting game on mobile. It's not something that's been done. So I can respect the company that wants to branch off from console or PC gaming and looking to get into the fighting game market on mobile. That is a ballsy choice, but I can definitely respect it. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of WB games. I've never been a big Injustice player or a big Mortal Kombat player, but I've always kept up with what they've made, and I've always had friends in my circle that have been really big into those types of games as well. Now, considering, what happened with MK1, what also happened with multiverses, it seems like WB is trying to get into whatever kind of genre they can, right? They have the platform fighter, they have the single player, uh, free to play looter shooters, and now it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Now, just some thoughts and opinions that I have about the trailer. I mean, just right off the bat, when the trailer starts and you see Batman drop onto the stage, it's just something just switches in you. You're like, wait a minute, something looks a bit off. You see Superman, Wonder Woman, they come in and the character models are just like, what am I looking at? Well, and then not only that, then they show like the round start and you just see the Invincible versus skin just plastered all on it. Like the art style to me is so alike. It's just to me it's something that you just can't miss, you know. I mean, I'm not too shocked to see the copycat move, right? Uh Multiverses seem like a copycat move to hype off the Smash craze as well. So it's like I kind of noticed these things. Same thing with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That game, I believe, was supposed to be something entirely different, but it turned into a looter shooter because it was copying, other game companies. So I think this is just another example of that. Once again, in my opinion, WB NetherRealm, they had a good system, back in the 2010s, right? They had uh, the Injustice, they had the Mortal Kombat, whether it was Mortal Kombat X, even MK11, Mortal Kombat 9, they had Injustice 1 and 2. I think that those games were a good formula. It makes me think too, like Capcom and SNK and Arc Systems. They have their formula of games that they make, whether it be, a Blaze Blue to a Guilty Gear. They still formulaically, is that the word? Regardless, that's what had customers coming back, in my opinion. It definitely feels like a missed opportunity to not make an Injustice 3 or an equivalent title. Anything other than naming it DCKO because that is just so on the nose of copying uh 2XKO. And that game also has somewhat of a similar art style as well. So it just is just a poor look as far as artistic wise, in my opinion. Also, too, the mobile game. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays. Definitely keeping my eyes on this one. But let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about this DCKO? Are you excited for it? Are you just kind of throwing in the towel with ever, paying attention to anything that WB puts out, DC fighting game wise? How do you guys feel? All right, y'all. Peace, fam.